Hi everyone, it's Una here from Try Makeup. Today I'm going to be showing you how I set my makeup through baking, whilst also reviewing the well-loved Laura Mercier translucent powder. Baking, if you don't already know about it, originated from drag queens when they needed to set their very thick foundation and heavy makeup that they use, and it was just a great way to ensure that they have no creasing and it ensured all your makeup was very long wearing. It was made very popular by Kim Kardashian. I don't know if you know that very famous photo of her with the alleged banana powder underneath her eyes and across her jawbone by her makeup artist Mercier. That's where it kind of all blew up, especially with the contouring phase as well, but I'm pretty sure that it originated from the drag queens. But I typically use it most days actually, if I want to set my makeup, especially when we have quite hot weather, and typically we're more likely to get a bit oilier and makeup tends to run, etc, etc. So the reason why I have chosen Laura Mercier's translucent powder is because not only is it well loved, but it's so fine in texture. So I will show it to you and hopefully it won't explode. Let me get out a little bit more for you. As you can see here, it's super fine. I decided to choose the translucent colour or not colour, just because it's just a lot easier, especially when, as I go through the seasons, I may be lighter in winter or darker in summer. It's just something I can use for the whole year round. But I do know that they've got different colours, and potentially if you're of a much darker skin tone than I am, I would gear you towards their coloured powders, where they've got a huge selection, which is always great. This actually retails for £29, but you only need a little bit for baking. I know that sounds a bit weird, and you can see how much I put on, but a little does go a long way, and you do get quite a lot of product in here. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So I use a beauty blender actually. So I think I'll link down this video in the description box, but I've mentioned quite a few times how much I prefer using sometimes a brush with some of my foundations, or the Real Techniques face complexion sponge. So actually now I've kind of coming into baking, I prefer to use the beauty blender to bake. So what I do is, I've already done my concealer underneath my eyes. I'm wearing the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer that I've reviewed in a past video, so go check that out and see how I apply that. But it's kind of the normal way, underneath the eyes, soft fluffy brush underneath. So I'm going to bake underneath the eyes and also on my jawbones. I think it gives a really clean finish when I put some contouring through. So I tap in here and apply it on my face. So what's great about the beauty blender is it has a pointed tip, so I can just put it underneath. It wasn't good that I was wearing black, because you sometimes do get a little bit of fallout. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more underneath, and then do the same on my other, underneath my other. Just like so. And I'm also going to do my jawbone, as I mentioned. That didn't pick up much. It's kind of sitting in the corner. Ah, fuck me. Just like that. You can put more or less as much as you like, depending on how oily you get. I don't get hugely oily, so I think this is about perfect for me. And then I would wait a couple minutes. Typically this is when I procrastinate, but I know a lot of beauty gurus do their eye makeup during this time. So you've got a couple minutes to yourself now. Pancakes, baking pancakes, baking pancakes, baking pancakes. Ooh. Sorry. Okay, now we're ready to brush all the excess off. Sometimes if you use, if I only use a small amount, all the powder gets soaked up. So I just want to make sure that I've got enough on my face, so I kind of over bake, as they say. So I've got my kabuki brush here, and I'm gonna just brush it off and blend it into the skin kind of where I see fit. I've got a little bit on my cheek, that's fine. Just like so. And then on the jawline. And there we have it. Because the powder's so fine, it just blends into the skin and blends away so effortlessly, which I absolutely love. But this is the final look. So when I bake alongside a concealer and foundation, I personally believe that I get less creasing, and I feel that my makeup lasts a lot longer, especially in warmer weathers. I don't typically like to use this in the winter time, especially when my skin is drier, and powder on top of dry skin will really show up a lot more. But since I've got some nice skin at the moment because of the warm weather, I really like the finish that it gives. I think it highlights as well in the areas that you want, whether the jawline, and especially contrasting when I finish off with some contouring underneath my jawbone and in the jawline, underneath the cheekbones. So yeah, I think overall, I hope that you try this out, and do let me know if there's any other baking techniques that I'm missing out on. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe down below, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and don't forget to check out our blog, trymakeup.com.